Hi, it's Cris Collinsworth for Sprint Football Live, and we're going to recap the first wild card weekend of the playoffs. And we'll start with the game, New Orleans at Seattle. Seattle ended up the only home team that won during the course of the playoffs, and of course that knocked out the world champion New Orleans Saints. Saints had some injuries at both running back and their secondary. Malcolm Jenkins, probably their best defensive player this season, unable to play, and it actually showed. The Seahawks threw the ball pretty well, but the clincher, of course, was one of the great runs we've seen in playoff history. Marshawn Lynch breaking 7 or 8 tackles and going the distance. And the surprising Seattle Seahawks continue their run now. They'll go on to Chicago to take on the Bears. As for Game 2, the New York Jets at Indianapolis Colts. So Peyton Manning gets knocked out despite driving it down the field for what looked like may be the game-winning field goal by Adam Vinatieri. So now Drew Brees and Peyton Manning out, leaving Tom Brady of the Big Three left alive in this playoff hunt. And it was the Jets running game that was really the difference. Their offensive line was tremendous. Sean Green, LaDainian Tomlinson basically taking over and keeping the ball away from Peyton Manning in the second half. Baltimore, Kansas City, probably the only blowout, the only mismatch of the weekend. It was Baltimore's defense that was just devastating. There was one long run by Jamal Charles. That was about it, as they completely shut down the passing game of the Kansas City Chiefs. Their best receiver, Dwayne Bowe, who led the NFL in touchdown passes, didn't get a catch in the game. And finally, Green Bay at Philly. It is the end of the run for Michael Vick, but for Aaron Rodgers, now he maybe moves past Brett Favre just a little bit in the memory of him as he finally comes up with a playoff win. And it was a very good moment for the Green Bay Packers. They had a running back, James Starks, finally give them the ability to run the football, something they have not been able to do this season. So if the Packers can run, look out, Atlanta Falcons. That's it for this week. We'll talk to you later on this week.